And those are the reasons why you have still not lost that belly fat. Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugget, the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. And today, guys, I want to tell you the majority of reasons why most of you have not lost that belly fat. Okay, so let's say you've embarked on fitness programs, right? Workouts, eating plans, maybe dietary supplements, all kinds of stuff, right? And you'll get results. Like either with the nutrition, if your nutrition is cleaned up, you start to feel better, right? You start to look a little better. You know, you might see weight coming off of your, like fat coming off your arms, your thighs. Your clothes start to feel a little bit better, coming off like the back fat, all that stuff, right? And you know you're on the path and you feel like you're doing everything right, but you've still got that little bit on the midsection, right? Or maybe that's the one place you want to lose it and you're not noticing any circumference change, like if you measure it or in pictures or in the way your clothes are fitting, okay? Now, there's always exceptions to the rule, but what I found the majority of the time, these fixes are going to actually help you to achieve the result you want. Now, they're simple, but they're not easy to implement. So let me get into the reasons why your belly fat is still hanging on for dear life, okay? Number one, eating more than you think. Okay, there was a great book and a lot of research done years ago called Mindful Eating. And what they did was they realized that people that don't track what they're eating generally eat about 30% more calories than they think they are. So you leave it up to chance. It's like having a checking account and you're not tracking how much money is coming in or going out. Well, if you don't know, then you're going to probably write a check at some point that's going to bounce because you really don't know because it's not tracked. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt to sit there and write down what you're eating or track points or whatever, but it takes just as much time to do that as it does to send a text or as it does to check your Instagram or to play a quick game or something, anything, right? Now, if it's that important to you, then show that it's that important to you and just track it because there's mountains of data and research that show that if you don't write down what you're eating, you're going to over-consume, okay? If you don't know how big a portion is, what a serving size looks like, how many calories you should be eating a day versus how many you are actually eating, believe me, that is a huge, huge problem when it comes to trying to figure out what's going on with not losing weight, with not losing belly fat, okay? Second one is eating too much sugar. Okay, sugar has a lot of destructive effects on our bodies, and they've been well documented, so I won't go over them here. But time after time, when people reduce the amount of sugar in their diets, they tend to show a significant difference in the amount of belly fat they lose, okay? Now, that has a lot to do with insulin levels, the way your body metabolizes sugar, what happens hormonally, and by reducing sugar and or eliminating sugar, you're going to start to see results a lot faster when it comes to losing belly fat. Third one is alcohol, okay? Alcohol is a tricky one. When it comes to like a keto diet, you know, they say that you can have like 1 or 2 drinks a week and preferably no alcohol because of what it does, just like a sugar, what it does in your body, what it does to your metabolism, your insulin levels, and so forth. So sugar is not an essential nutrient in your body. Yes, it's tasty. Yes, we're culturally accustomed to having sugar. Some people can't follow just having a meal without a little dessert. But it's not anything you need. They are empty calories. They're not serving your purpose of trying to lose that belly fat. So alcohol is a huge one. There's a reason they call it a beer belly, right? It's not just by chance. You see the person that would never drink or had really good, moderate, and very infrequent drinks, and if they're doing the other things right, you'll notice no belly fat. And a lot of clients I had over the years have noticed that they feel bloated from it. They hold body water. Their bodies metabolize the sugar, and the body will go, hormonally speaking, to store those extra calories right in the midsection, all right? And that's the dangerous stuff. You want to get rid of that belly fat, okay? Lastly, consistency over time. You need to be consistent with your workouts, with your eating plan, with all of it, right? If you have a supplement plan, you have to be consistent with it. You can't just pick and choose, and you had a plan to like eat clean 6 days a week and have a free day, but you blew it twice during the week, and oh, you forgot about that one time, and you did have, instead of maybe one piece of bread or any bread, you decided, it's just, it's one time, and well, it was a company function, or well, the kids, they left food behind, so I just cleaned the plate for them, and this and that. All of those things add up. And so if you're sitting there scratching your head after 3, 4, 5 months, or maybe even years of trying to figure out the mystery of belly fat, it's real simple. Because you didn't document it, don't trust memory. I don't care if you remember everything and you never forget anything, you don't have to list things and whatever. Trust me, the research shows that you're dropping the ball when it comes to accurately knowing how much you're consuming versus how much you're supposed to be consuming. So, the thing is, with workouts and eating, it's a huge matter of patience. That's why I talk about goal setting and it being so important, writing it down, having an endpoint, having a time frame that you have to finish it by. When you have goals that are time sensitive, then you execute. There's not a lot of room for error, right? And there's not a lot of place for creative liberties to just kind of go off the rails and do what you want. Yeah, it may not show in 1 day or 2 days, but you do those things over time. They start to become familiar to you, and you start to do them more frequently. And you want to avoid that. If it really means that much to you, track it, write it down, get rid of the sugars in your diet, get rid of the alcohol in your diet. Write down everything. Write down your workouts. I rarely talk about doing that, but tracking your workouts, tracking your progress. What did you do? If you're getting great results, don't you want to be able to look back and have a paper trail of how you got there, so that if life throws you a curveball for a little while and you fall off the wagon, you can go back to those notes and see what worked for you. Okay, because we're all a little bit different. We all have a little bit different DNA, different stages of life, live in different regions of the world. We have different lifestyles. So write it down. It's important to you. Get rid of that damn belly fat in 2020. Let's get this done. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys again soon, hopefully with a little less belly. A little less belly.